Step inside the vibe, welcome to the flow. From the mind of Lil Joe, where the stories grow. Laid back wisdom, smooth as Sunday brunch. A life of thought, he hits you with the punch. Lil Joe's mind, a maze of gold. From jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul. Talking about the world from the wild to the mild. Every topic on the table, thoughts free and wild. Chill like a summer breeze, groove so divine. From the cosmos to the corner, all intertwined. Retro funk with a lo-fi sway. Chill rap waves, let the podcast sing. Wisdom laced in humor, truths in disguise. Lil Joe dropping gems, open up your eyes. From late night laughs to early morning rants. Philosophies dance while the rhythm enchants. Relax, kick back, it's the vibe we sow. Straight from the mind of Lil Joe, let's go.
The Exchange Club Family Center is here to help parents learn how to provide a safe and healthy, nurturing home environment. If you would like to be a part of the program and live in Nassau, Baker, or Clay counties, please go to the Exchange Club Family Center website at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com. Or if you'd like to become a member of the Exchange Club here in Jacksonville, please also go to our website again at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com.
Did you know, only a few years ago, getting on TV was almost impossible for small businesses? Today, everything's changed. Now real access belongs to everyone. For decades, it took deep pockets to get your message on TV or radio. The big companies had all the power, leaving everyday people and businesses out in the cold, but not anymore. At Purpose Inspired TV, we believe everyone deserves a voice. We make it easy and affordable to put your content on platforms like Roku and Fire TV. No huge budgets, no tech headaches, just a clear path to reaching millions. We're not just another tech company. We're your bridge to new opportunities. Whether you're a business, an organization, or a dreamer with a message, this is your moment, so why not take that next step? Purpose Inspired TV, access to the world for everyone.
What happens when your story is too small for the big networks? When your message matters, but you can't afford the spotlight. That's where Purpose Inspired TV steps in. We're the bridge between the haves and have-nots, covering the events and voices others ignore. Available on Roku and Fire TV, we make professional streaming affordable for everyone. Your purpose deserves a platform. Join Purpose Inspired TV.
What's up, everybody? I pray everybody's doing well. I think the sound, I left my big microphone, so I hope it doesn't sound too different today. But yeah, I believe it's a good subject. Whole lot of stuff going on in the news, but I'm not talking about that too much. I guess in a way I am. Hold on, I had to put mine. I look smarter. Do I look smarter? Okay. Yeah, it's so much stuff going on in the news. These files, emails, files. But some people, they don't care. Some don't care. Some want the country destroyed. But got to keep on moving. It's just something that's been on my mind a while. It's been on my mind a while. But yeah, just want to talk about something. Just get it off my chest. All right. So actually, I wrote some information down, and then I actually turned it into a poem, and then I turned that poem into a song, and I would love to play that song for you guys this evening. I'm gonna let some more people, know how you roll. Let more people come in before you show the good stuff. Okay, but I'm gonna get started regardless. Moving some stuff around, move that around. Okay, so guess you can see what color. Yeah, chocolate, chocolate, born that way. So welcome back. We're gonna be talking about something that's, like I said, it's been on my mind. We're gonna be talking about race. Something black people have whispered, some prayed about it, some cried about it. Sometimes they held some of the stuff inside. So I'm just gonna talk about it. Uh, Maybe other people watch the show later and we can really, really get into it. We could probably even set up a panel, get different people on, the show, because it's touching. Is some people don't want to talk about it. It hurts some people. Some people just want it to go away. But we're just talking about the racial climate that we have here in our country. So I had this question like years, I don't know how many years, but it's been on my mind a while. Because when I see, I can't. It's not all white people. It's 100% not all white people. But I see some of that anger and the hate be spewing out of some white men. I'm gonna go with the white men. I've seen some white women too, but I've seen like this anger and hatred, and it's been years. You can go look at some of the videos from the past. You can look at the videos from how people uh, tried to stop people of color from integrating. So that hate and rage and anger, and just when people of color was trying to go to restaurants and sit down and just order food, it cost the same amount of money. They didn't pay like a discounted black people's rate because they had to go in the back and couldn't sit inside. It was the same rate. They paid the same money, but they couldn't sit up front because of several reasons. Several reasons why they couldn't. But the number one underlying reason was racism. So we're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be talking about it. So, but I had this question it's been on my mind for a long time, and I wanted to actually bring some white people on and have a discussion with different white people. So, but I had this question: white man, what did I ever do to you? What did I ever do to you? That's my main question. And actually, yeah, where's that video at? I can probably play that video. Well, or the song. I got a song, and I got a video, and I got a poem. I don't know which one I'm gonna play, but all right. Let me get into it. Um, so that's my question. I want to ask certain white guys or white men. I want to ask certain white men, hey, white man, what did I ever do to you? I want to ask that question. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I didn't don't want to ask this question with any kind of hatred or any kind of malice, any kind of revenge in my heart. None of that. But I do want to ask, what did I ever do to you? I'm asking because of our history, the pain that the people of color had to go through, a lot of the contradictions that happens in this country, and the ongoing attacks on just blacks existence in America. You just feel this rage and anger, and it's like I don't know, if you're not a person of color, and you're enjoying the privileges of America, you don't understand, really don't understand what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to. Even some people of color don't know what I'm referring to. They don't know the feelings. But I just want to talk about it. Black people have survived slavery, and I even hate saying the word black people, but that's what we got. We went from Negroes to the other quote unquote N word and different things over the years. But okay, so right now being called black is the thing. I don't like being called black. Not that I'm ashamed of my color, but I know my colors. I know my colors. Let me speak. I know my colors. Is this black? No. Black. This is not the color black. So are we? I can't say that word. Are we mentally challenged to say this is black and it's acceptable around the world? Somebody decided to say brown skin is black, and the world accepts it. Even the people that is into brown skin accepts this is black. I don't accept this being black. This is what we are. So being black or being called black is not because of your skin color. It's because of a category. It's not skin color. It's a category. I didn't even plan on talking about this. So the country has decided, or it's decided a long time ago, way back Beacon's Rebellion. I know we're going to talk about it a little bit, that white is pure and righteous and clean and holy. So they decided to have a group of people, and let's call them white, and assign all the privileges, white privilege, all the privileges to that class of people. And then the opposite of the white is black. Not the technical. If you look, it's black. Does that look black to you? So they wanted to get, what's the opposite of white is black. The opposite of having privileges is no privileges, or privileges taken away, or no access, superior, not superior, but no, above, beneath. So that's the difference. That's why it's black and white, where they invented the black race. Not because of actually looking at the skin. If you know your colors, this is not black. I'm going to keep on using myself as an example. This is not black. But it's the point of putting people in their place, or putting us in our place, putting the slaves in their place. So we call them black. And it's really black and white. The white, privilege, access, accessibility, well, many things that goes with the white. And then black means without. So then as other races came to the country, they had to make a choice. And I saw a video the other day where they were talking about Hispanics. They were struggling, like, okay, are they going to be black or white? They can be black or white. So they didn't want to give them the privileges of the white. But then they looking at the skin color, and some of them, some really, really bright skin. So they considered them put down as white, but didn't give them the privileges. So they was called, Hispanics and Mexicans was called dogs and different things. They would have signs, no blacks, no dogs, and no Mexicans, and vice versa. So they kind of put us in the same box, the same category. But some of them, if the skin was brighter, they might have either passed or were treated a little bit better or different. It depends on where they were in the country. So that's, like I said, being white and black is not really nothing to do with your skin color. It's privilege and not privilege. So again, having the discussion is not any malice, anything in my heart. Um, I'm asking it because of history and the pain. Um, again, so black people, like I said, made it through slavery. Some some did, a lot didn't. So what happened to people of color? They brought over here as slaves, went through slavery several hundred years. Then that was replaced with Jim Crow, another putting black in his place, putting white in his place. Then you got the quote unquote, there were flat out black codes, black laws that were just set up for black people. And even the black towns, sundown town, that's the anti get out of our neighborhood before it get dark town. That's still here today. That still happens here today. So there's the black codes, uh, redlining. That means people of color can only buy houses in certain areas. Lynchings. Oh man, hundreds and hundreds of lynchings. They got. I want to go check it out. The lynching museum showing all the different lynchings. It was like no problem. Every black person look wrong, let's hang them. And officers, police, our supposed to be justice system, legal system didn't do anything about it. So it was normal because it's black or white. Now if they would go crazy, it was a white person because they had the privileges. Black person, nope. Then segregation. You see, our government is working hard to bring segregation back. They just legalized segregation in the federal government. So that means if you that's how they stopped it. How did they stop it? Just telling somebody to not do anything, that don't work. But if you cut into their pay and how much money that you can do business. So if these companies decide, hey, I'm still gonna be racist, I'm still gonna be segregated. Okay, the federal government said, okay, we're not gonna do business with you. So segregation went away. Now our president signed an executive order saying if you want to segregate your company, go right ahead. We still can do business with you. So you see a lot of stuff that people fought for has been reversed and being brought back. So then the different civil rights that people of color had to fight for and die for, the destruction of entire towns. So certain people wanted people of color out of their towns, especially out of their towns by nightfall. They just hated. I'm going to go say us hated us so much. They didn't want us in their towns. Hated us so much. They didn't want, they want to cause harm to us if we dare out the dark. They hated us so much. And a lot of that hate, one is segregation. Then a lot of those was out there. People were taught that they were better than us. And then when they stopped getting free money off of us. So all of that hatred started building up. But so again, still to this day, these towns. So a lot of people that were fighting against the civil rights of black people, they're still alive. And a lot of them are still teaching their children. They're still teaching their children to hate people of color. Oh, I just station identification. This is a public service announcement. Yeah, real quick. I'm in the middle of my broadcast. Public service announcement. If there are some racist people that's watching or tuning in later on, I doubt it. Somebody might still see some of this. But here, public service announcement. Here's a story, a quick story. Has nothing to do with my lesson today, but it's a quick story. Like, look out for my American people, whether they like me or not. There's a story where it's some, like we know there's some racist people in America, and some say they want to leave because of stuff that's going on. There's some racist people in South Africa that they're the only ones that have been allowed in the country right now anyway. The white people from South Africa. But there's some white Americans that's saying they hate the country so much they want to get away. So there's this one particular couple, well, it's been several people, but this one that's in the news lately where there was a man, white man, and his wife and three children. He decided he didn't want his children to be raised in a country that has this multicultural, multiracial. So he thought, and a lot of people are thought, and they are being led to believe, Russia is the place to be. If you want to be racist, you want to be away from black people, it's not a good country to be at, but for people of color. But if you want to be racist and want to be away from black people, come on over to Russia. Come on to Russia. So some people have started doing that. They've been moving their family away from America because they're hating America so much because of the different races and different things like that. They decided to move to Russia. So Russia rolled out the red carpet to get more men and families to move over there. So what had happened was this particular um, family or man, they messed around and found out. They messed around and found out the truth of what was going on. You know, Russia's got this war going on. They try to keep it hidden or not really let people know what's going on. But there's a war, and they need more people to replace. They need more people to replace the front line. So they promised. This is what they did. They promised a whole bunch of racist white people, if you come over there and bring your family, we're gonna give you a place to stay. We can give you a job and all that. We can help you rebuild your life over here in Russia. So they went over there to Russia. And you know what? The first thing they did with the dad, instead of giving the dad a job, they put the dad on the front line of the military. The front line. Y'all know what happened to people on the front line? Yeah. Send them to the front line. So now the wife and some other people come begging the president, our president here, to help get him back. He abandoned and turned his back on our country, went to Russia. Now Russia put him on the front line. And now, hey, President, please help get my husband back. We made a bad decision. Please help me get my husband back. Well, long story short, it didn't work out. Well, this particular story, like I said, they put him on the front line. And within, I guess it's got to be within days, he didn't make it. He's no longer with us, that father. So now that wife, mother, children have no father now because they felt it was so bad here, having to go to a store and seeing other races and driving down the street, seeing other races. So he's no longer with us. So that was my public service announcement. So no matter how racist you are, I don't care how much you don't like me, I ask you not to go. Don't go over there. Don't even go to South Africa if you're trying to move and get away from us. We can work it out here. Don't do it. They even building some more. They got building some racist towns. We already got the sundown towns, and now they're trying to make them to where there's no black people at all. I guess it's still America. You do what you want to do. It's let us know. Go ahead and put signs up. Whatever. That don't offend me. See that? I think that's proof of the concept. So now me, I can't speak for all men of color, all black men, but I think what I just said resonates with a lot of black men. If a bunch of white people, mostly a bunch of racist white people, want to go and start their own town without any other races, just them, most black people like, okay, whatever, go. Have fun, have at it. I'm glad y'all can go, all y'all be together. You won't be bothering us over here in our neighborhood. So I think, now I haven't did any research on it, but I believe most men of color don't give a hoot ninny if they want to go start their own town. Go right ahead and have fun and stay over there. prosperous, be merry, whatever, do what y'all want to do. But if people of color decides to do the same thing, now it's a big problem. It happened already. Black Wall Street. There's many other towns that they didn't try. People of color went on their own and built towns up and was very successful. But the white folks didn't like it. Now they over there minding their own business. They minded their own business, not bothering you. They got to come back and burn the place down or flood it. It's many black towns under particular lakes because they, quote unquote, they needed the land, intimate domain. They took the land. What about the different cities? I think Durham, I know Jacksonville is one. Miami is another, where they had these black communities that was prospering. And I guess the white folks didn't like it too much. So they decided, let's drive the highway system smack dab through the middle of these towns, or these, not really towns, the neighborhoods, to bust up the prosperity that may be going on in that particular black neighborhood. Just dig into it just a little bit. Don't even have to dig that deep. Dig Jacksonville. Look at how 95 went through a black neighborhood. And sometimes, it could have went around it, but it went smack dab through it. Miami, same thing. Smack right dab through the black neighborhood, bust up the neighborhoods. So took people's lands, destroyed the community, the unity that was there, put a highway right between it. Other cities did the same thing. So they had this strategy, or maybe it was a whole black town. There was one up in Georgia, right near Atlanta, where they flooded the whole town. The black town, they flooded the whole town. All right, let me get back into it. So what would you say? We're talking about this the civil rights struggle. That just again, like to be able to ride the bus, or just for equality, because during the Jim Crow era, they had white water fountains, black water fountain, white restroom, and blacks, just everything segregated. But even in the military, so we was going to fight for this country that hated us and wanted everything segregated, but we had to go fight and die for freedoms of the other countries. So we'll fight for y'all to have y'all freedoms, but when we get back home, we don't have our freedoms. That was a crazy time. But yeah, had to fight for civil rights. They didn't give up any civil rights. That's why I look funny. I ain't cut my lights on. Wow. A little bit better. Sorry about that. So yeah, the civil rights movement, and we lost Martin Luther King, lost a whole lot of great leaders, lost President Kennedy, lost Malcolm X. It's a lot. That was a lot. And so why did it stop? They killed a lot of the leaders. A lot of stuff got stopped or stunned when that person was taken out. And since I just talked about the penny yesterday, and I just had me a lucky penny sitting here. See that penny? Penny. Who's talking about penny? So who's on the penny? Abraham Lincoln. So that was a story of how change. I just went through a civil war, freed the slaves, and what did they do to the man that freed the slaves? Shot him dead. And then a lot of things positive was going to work for people of color. 40 acres and a mule, different things to help them move forward. was stunted, was stopped. It was put in reverse. Put in reverse. And then that's when they uh, came up with the different Jim Crow laws, or the different, well, we saw that when they signed to make the Constitution, they left a big old gigantic loophole to where, say, any kind of criminals could still be slaves. So they started rounding people up, making crazy laws so that the people of color couldn't vote. So all they had to do is say they had the black codes or black laws. White people could do what they want to do, but a black person couldn't. So white person could walk across the street, no problem. Black person walk across the street, they jaywalking, under arrest. White person can go to a store, come outside the store, drink their pop, eat their crackers. Black person come out the store, if they even had any money, come out the store, all they loitering, broke the law. So they had all these laws to put people of color right back, lock them right back up, and then the state leased them back to the plantations. And that was sometimes worse conditions than the slavery condition. But you say, how could that possibly be worse? It was worse. Yeah, slaves went through a lot of beatings, and you listen, look up and see what they did to Nat Turner. Just look before I don't think they can hide and delete stuff, but look up and see what they did to Nat Turner. You just mess your mind up what they did with Nat Turner. So a lot of bad things happened to people of color or slaves. But when they, after slavery, and now we're doing the segregation time, now the state leased the prisoners back to the plantation. The state leased the prisoners. So now the plantation owner don't own the slaves. So wouldn't you, like, if you own something, don't you treat it pretty good? But if you're renting something, you don't really treat it that well. You see, you don't treat it that well. And if you own it and it dies, you lost money. But if you leasing something with someone and it dies, you just dig a hole, roll them over there, and push them in a hole, and just ask for a replacement. So now you can see how people of color could have gotten treated worse after slavery than they did before slavery. And then a lot of the lynchings and all that kind of stuff. So, man, I ain't even made it to my first point yet. But let me see. So, yeah, tried with slavery, the civil rights, like I said, entire towns was taken away, voter suppression. We had rights to vote, then the rights to votes was taken away. Then we got rights to vote, and then we had you got to take a test to vote, or grandfather. Then if your granddaddy could vote, you could vote, but if your granddaddy is black, no, you can't vote. Or you got to take a poll, tax you got to pay, or you had to take a test. Oh, you need look that up. Y'all look that up too. Look up some of the tests that they had to take to be able to vote. You'd be like, there's still another one. Okay, if you white is right, if you black is wrong. That's just the way it is. So yeah, you got the rights to vote, but you got to take this test. In our state, you got to take this test, and you take the test. Whatever answer, again, there's no right answer. So we got decades of systematic violence, of terrorism, but we still rise. We don't retaliate. We just want to live. That's my main point. We just want to live. Want to live in peace and harmony. So today, since I am already past 30 minutes into the show, I ain't even got started my main point yet. Today we're gonna walk through history and all the way from history to the present, and we will ask the question: why the fear? Why white folks fear us? Why the hate? Why white folks hate us? And what did we ever do to deserve it? All right. So I want to play this video real quick. Let me play this video. Play this video. It's one of these. I bet you didn't know that. Here we go. Oh, that mouse over here.
What is the most racially discriminatory country toward black people in the world? If you were black and living in this country, you would undoubtedly feel intense hostility from those around you. First, the most accepting country toward black people is France, where some believe the nation is on the verge of being taken over by black people. So, what is the most racially discriminatory country toward black people in the world? Fifth place, Brazil. Though a racially diverse nation, Brazil faces severe racial discrimination against black people. Police intervention operations result in an African descendant death rate 183.2% higher than that of whites. Fourth place, Israel. An incident where Jewish black soldiers were beaten by police sparked nationwide riots. Ultra-Orthodox Jews refuse to recognize Jewish black identity, restricting their religious and marital rights. The government also views black refugees as national security threats. Third place, Japan. In Japanese workplaces, black people are often relegated to marginal positions. When renting, many landlords explicitly refuse black tenants, believing they disrupt community harmony. Second place, Russia. Black people frequently face stares, mockery, and provocation on Russian streets. To protect domestic employment, Russia imposes high barriers on foreign workers, leaving black individuals typically confined to marginal jobs like nightclub staff or specialized athletes. Before revealing the top spot, share in the comments what you believe is the most racially discriminatory country toward black people. The nation ranked first suffers from deep-rooted racial discrimination, where black individuals face disproportionately higher rates of police brutality compared to whites. That country is the USA.
Man, I guess y'all couldn't answer the question because I was muted. My fault. I was asking what was the answer. I apologize. I have a problem with unmuting. But anyway, I'm sorry. I was saying that I believe some of you guys knew the number one answer. But I was saying, like Japan. I know in Japan, if you see some commercials from Japan, it's a lot of racist commercials. Like I've seen some like their washing powder. They have like a black man and then put him in a wash machine using their powder. He comes out a white Japanese man. So, and then Brazil erases a lot of their history or something. Well, they had a black hero, black military person. I forget his name. So he was black, but over the years they kept in the history books they kept fading his face, making his face whiter and whiter and whiter. I believe now you look at their history book it's a white man instead of a hero that was really a black man. And Israel, I know, but a couple of years ago, I saw Israel was like just kicking black people out of the country altogether. So they don't like black folks, and they don't like Christians. And I don't believe those are really. I know there's some controversy, but I don't believe those are the real. I don't believe that's the real God's people that's over there that's in charge right now. So yeah, back to America. America kind of set the stage. It was some racism going on, but we kind of took it to another level. So going back, how much? No. Well, I want to, let me see if I can play my song. I didn't even get into it. So I wrote this poem, and then I turned it into a song, and I'm going to see if I can play my song at least. My song is right here. Hold on. Let me play my song. Play my song. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. Pause. Okay. Move that over here. Yeah, this computer just don't like to do right. Okay. Let me know what you think about the song. Hold on. I got share screen. Share screen. There's no I made a video, but it's not with the song. Let me see. Window. This one. With the sound. Share. Okay. Here's my song. I got to mute myself, then I'll be back.
You sailed across the midnight blue, stole from Africa her children too, torn from lands we once called home. You claimed our bodies, left hearts alone. Chains and bargains, cargo sold, history written in pain retold. What did we do? What crime, what sin? That life began, but we couldn't win. Education locked, denied the key. You thought blind eyes would make us free. When books were banned and words suppressed, you mocked us for the minds you pressed. Worked us weary, called us lazy, let us hunger, kept us crazy. Said we were dirty, full of grime, but we cleaned for you, day and time. Trusted not, yet kept your kin. Raised your children, bathed their skin. Worked your fields, endured your lash. Built your fortunes, nothing left but ash. Said we steal, but you took the most. Land and freedom, dreams and ghosts. You kept us scared, kept us small. No rights, no chance, no life at all. Near the gallows, lived in dread. Homes burned down, dreams turned dead. Beaten, broken, just for right, prayed for mercy in the night. Voting blocked, your power tied, treated as villains in your sight. Schools denied, divided lanes. When we built our own, you rained down flames. Flooded towns and highways wide, buried promise, faded pride. White pride praised, black pride blamed. History damned our past shame. Flags that fly, tales restored, but black truth swept, history ignored. When we speak, you say we're wrong, told us silence all along. White man, what did I do to earn such hate from men like you? Did skin offend? Did strength surprise? Did hope survive inside your lies? You feared revolt, built up the cage, locked up justice, stoked your rage. Asked for peace, you called us wild. Asked for love, you turned reviled. But still we rise with iron will. Songs from chains resound and thrill. Light and darkness, story told. Pride and color, heart so bold. White man, what did I do to you? Survive the world you put me through.
All right. Yeah, that's from a poem, well, a thought that I had for years. I turned into a poem, then I turned into a song. It was really White Man, what did I do? What did I do to you? And let me go. It's this other video I made too. It's not the song. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play that too. This is like another video I made to go with the song. I got the what am I trying to say? It's fast paced, so it's got visualization of the poem. I don't know if I should keep calling it a poem. Let me see. Cut that off and share screen. Share screen. Which one? This one, that one. Sound. Share. There we go. Here we go. Like I said, this is the well, I can't talk. I can't think. Well, here you go.
You sailed across the midnight blue, stole from Africa, her children too, torn from lands we once called home. You claimed our bodies, left hearts alone, chains and bargains, cargo sold, history written in pain retold. What did we do? What crime? What sin? That life began, but we couldn't win. Education locked, denied the key. You thought blind eyes would make us free. When books were banned and words suppressed, you mocked us for the minds you pressed, worked us weary, called us lazy, let us hunger, kept us crazy, said we were dirty, full of grime, but we cleaned for you, day and time. Trusted not, yet kept your kin, raised your children, bathed their skin, worked your fields, endured your lash, built your fortunes, nothing left but ash. Said we steal, but you took the most, land and freedom, dreams and ghosts. You kept us scared, kept us small, no rights, no chance, no life at all. Near the gallows, lived in dread homes, burned down, dreams turned dead. Beaten, broken, just for rights, prayed for mercy in the nights. Voting blocked your power tight, treated as villains in your sight. Schools denied divided lanes, when we built our own, you rained down flames. Flooded towns and highways wide, buried promise, faded pride. White pride praised, black pride blamed, history damned, our past shamed. Flags that fly, tales restored, but black truth swept, history ignored. When we speak, you say we're wrong, told us silence all along. White man, what did I do to earn such hate from men like you? Did skin offend? Did strength surprise? Did hope survive inside your lies? You feared revolt, built up the cage, locked up justice, stoked your rage, asked for peace, you called us wild, asked for love, you turned reviled. But still we rise with iron will songs, from chains resound and thrill, light and darkness story told, pride and color, heart so bold. White man, what did I do to you? Survive the world you put me through.
All right, so I guess that was a fast talking version with video, and the other version was the entire song. So what y'all think? It feels good to actually get something out of my head, and so I could be able to share it. But again, it's not to show that I hate anybody or anger with anybody. I do have the questions. I am still would like to keep educating people, not only our people but the other races. Some get it, but others they have their heels stuck in the but dug in. They dug in deep. Like it's like they don't really say it all the way. But basically, my granddaddy, great granddaddy, my daddy, my pappy, everybody, they were racist, so they were. I'm gonna be too. But some people are getting it. Some people are letting it. They're changing. So yeah, I got a comment that I can't reach everybody. It's 100% can't reach everybody. My first is to try to reach the people that's around you, that's closest to you. Reach those that what they call it the easy picking. Like you're going to pick fruit is no, I said it wrong. The low hanging fruit. The low hanging fruit are the ones that's really close that you should be able to easily reach. So you got to start off with the low hanging fruit, the ones around you, and a lot of times that's family members, but sometimes they are hard to reach. Sometimes they way up there and you can't reach them. But get the ones that's easy to reach. The younger ones should be easy to reach. The ones that's willing to listen, willing to learn. But we just can't give up on people. We can't give up on our country. It's a lot going on, and like I said, some people are trying to saying they're going to leave. And my question is to go where? Where are you going? I mean, I have traveled the world. I was in the military, I was in the Navy, went to a lot of countries, not a whole lot, but I've been to a lot of countries. A lot of them, something may seem better or may like it's something that the United States don't have. But no matter where I went, I still wanted to return home. It's like I never hated my country. And then it was I don't know, it was good. It was shocking to me, I think. But that don't make sense. Shocking, and I said I think. But to learn that a lot of slaves, formers, let's say, even probably slaves too, because you know when the 4th of July, 1776. 1776, or when they celebrate the 4th of July, the freedom of, yay, United States, we are free, and the fireworks and all of that. The country was free from England, but the people of color, or the slaves, were not free in their own country. It's like celebrating freedom, but you ain't free. It really don't have too much to do with you. You was a slave before, and you was a slave afterwards, so it didn't really matter too much. And then, but my point I was trying to make was that a lot of slaves and then the free slaves and the slaves that was going through segregation, going through the Jim Crow time, a lot of those people of color, they still loved America and wanted America to prosper. And then I heard another story the other day. It was a black man, a person of color, grew up in the 60s, and his hopes and dreams, he couldn't see no further than segregation. He brought up in segregation. It was always separate. It was always the whites' bathroom and the blacks' bathroom, and the whites' water fountain, the blacks' water fountain. And that's how he thought it was going to be forever. And some people get used to that and get content with that. And some people didn't. Those were the ones that resisted. And then a lot of people who was used to it and like, no, leave it alone. Sometimes you have to fight them to reach change. That's sad, but true. It's some people that was used to it. Some people, even in slavery. You remember, I think I don't know if y'all know the story, and I know I've said it several times, and I keep on saying it. Do y'all know why Harriet Tubman had a gun? Why did Harriet Tubman carry a gun? We know she couldn't fight off the slave hunters. They was rolling deep. They got the dogs, hound dogs, or dogs that can chase them, and then all these different men with guns and horses and different things. So she didn't have this gun to fight them. She had the gun to shoot the black person or the slave that wanted to turn back. Yeah. She had the gun to shoot the ones who wanted to turn back. Why? If they turn back, they can get caught and they can get beat until they told them what was going on. It ain't no turning back. If you're Harriet Tubman coming knocking and coming pulling you out of something, that's supposed to be godly people that come pull you out of something. There ain't no turning back. They ain't gonna shoot you now. But that's why she had a gun. Some people were still so afraid, or some were so used to the slavery. You can get comfortable. I made this video. Some people get comfortable in their mess. Some people get comfortable in their dysfunction. They get comfortable in it. Some people get comfortable being victims. Have you ever had somebody that's a victim that keep on coming to you as a victim, and you give them a solution on how not to be the victim, but they don't do what you tell them to do, and so they can continue to be the victim? Some people, hey, that's it. So I said, some people got that butt groove. They got that butt groove in their dysfunction, and they don't want to get out of it. But all right, I did not get at all to what I wanted to get into. I got a whole hour podcast that I didn't hit, so hit it later. So let me know what you think of the song, what you think of the poem, and I want to read other stories of white men. What did I ever do to you? All right, until next time. Talk to y'all later. God bless. Lil Joe out.
Lil Joe's mind a maze of gold, from jokes to truth, stories untold.